It's our special Saturday news bulletin coming to you from Benin City, Edo State, and we're so delighted to have you join us. My name is Best Orito. And now beginning with the Nigerian Labour Congress, the National Industrial Court sitting in Abuja has restrained the Nigerian Labour Congress, Trade Union Congress, as well as their affiliates for embarking on any strike or industrial action. The unions had, after an extraordinary National Executive Council meeting on Tuesday in Abuja, declared a total nationwide strike from November 14, 2023. The unions took the decision following the alleged assault on the NLC National President Joe Ajaero last week in Imo State. However, the federal government of Nigeria, the Attorney General of the Federation, and the Minister of Justice filed an ex-parte application praying to the court to stop the unions from embarking on the planned strike. In the application, the federal government and the AGF told the court that the strike would inflict untold hardship on law-abiding citizens and their businesses. Counsel for the federal government and the AGF, Tijani Ghazali, SAN, during the proceedings on Friday, argued that many Nigerians suffered when the labor unions during the demonstration on Thursday blocked the entrances to the main airports in the country. He pleaded with the court that unless the planned strike action is stopped, there may be a likelihood of a breach of peace and others in the country. In his ruling, the president of the court, Justice Benedict Kakpi, cited sections 19 and 17 of the National Industrial Court Act and ordered the unions to stop their nationwide strike. Are we going to see another cash scarcity? I don't know what's really happening, and so therefore we are going to turn to ask questions. Although the Central Bank of Nigeria debunked rumors of naira scarcity in the country amid reports that there is no sufficient cash circulation in some commercial banks nationwide, Nigerians have been noticing the response of the bank, giving them 20% of their proposed withdrawal when they visit the bank, saying that there is shortage of cash. In Edo State, for example, the people said they have noticed the shortage of cash in the bank and not being able to withdraw the actual amount they wanted. BeeTv News correspondent Regina Ojomo captured some of the activities at the point of sales and automated teller machine.
A drive around the city of Benin revealed a long queue at automated teller machines points as bank customers waited for long in the hope of laying their hands on the cash they need to run their business and to meet up with other daily spending. One of them, Mr. Charles, said his wife went to the bank a few days to get some amount of money, but she came back disappointed as she was told she can only be given 20% of what she was requested due to lack of physical cash in the bank.
My wife had one of it, so she went to the bank. She explained the same thing, that the scarcity, they gave her a limited amount. She was supposed to collect 50, but she was able to come back home with 30,000.
I'm used to this system, but I don't really know what's happening, but I heard that maybe what's outside is too much. The government is trying to reduce the cash outside, there's excess cash outside, but now it's telling more on the citizens. You can see me, even I myself, I walked to several banks today, and the highest they can give is 5,000 naira. That's my transport back home, so it's really not good for us.
They said the minimum they are giving in bank now is 20,000 naira.
You go stay sometimes you go waste time, sometimes you no go waste time. Sometimes say you go face come out, like you no go come for your side. Because they get many customers now, cash no day. If you go back, then we say money no day.
Others who spoke to the news crew said the point of sales POS now charge more due to scarcity of cash, and it's gradually affecting their daily activities. They said if they want to withdraw as low as 50,000 naira, the bank will either give them between 5,000 naira to 20,000 naira, as the case may be. They decry the hardship it's bringing to them, as POS says they will begin to charge more due to situation soon. Some other respondents pleaded with the federal government and the Central Bank of Nigeria Nigeria to do the needful due to the suffering they are going through on a daily to get cash.
But for me, I normally patronize POS. Even if you go to POS now, if you want to withdraw money, before if you want to withdraw 10,000, they will tell you to pay 200. Now they are increasing their money. They said money wants to scales. So everything in Nigeria, we are tired. We don't know where we are going to now.
It is the hope of citizens that the government will look into this issue as soon as possible.
Nigerians are complaining about the scarcity of money in the country. Some people go to the bank and they don't give them the actual amount that they need to collect. They give to the minimum of 5,000 naira to 20,000 naira, depending on the money, on how much you want to withdraw. So what can we do as a Nigerian? What step are we supposed to take now that there is scarcity of money in the country? Regina Ojomo, reporting for BeeTv News.
Thank you, Regina. As a means of uniting communities through contributions of harvest, or celebrations of harvest rather, in giving thanks for a plentiful growing season, the organizers of the 7th Alagodaro Summit have held a food fair which attracted farmers, caterers and others in Benin City. The ceremony, which took place at the Garrick Memorial School fields, also attracted several dignitaries and guests, including wife of Edo State Governor, Mrs. Betsy Obaseki. BeeTv News' Mercy Adams has details.
Different farm produce brought in from different local government areas of Edo State were on display and sold at a discounted rate as part of activities to mark the 7th Alagodaro Summit. Customers who patronized the farmers were given a ticket to participate in a raffle draw. Winners of the raffle draw were presented with farm implements.
I see you here again. Now we say you go change shirt too. Vigilante, you are welcome. On behalf of Edo State government, we present to you a brand new sprayer.
I'm happy. It was unexpected. I didn't even know what was going on here today. It was a neighbor that told me. So let me show that. I was so lucky to win something. I appreciate the Edo State government. They all that organized it. I said thank you. I really do appreciate you all.
The ceremony also featured eating competition, which also saw winners.
This woman. Why are you this morning? Hey! Fatima! Fufu Atokbe! First prize. The woman, 50,000 naira. Make some noise! See where food has brought you.
I'm so very happy. When I came here this morning, I was discouraged by the organizer because I'm into shoemaking. They told me that I can't exhibit my shoemaking business, that is only for food stuff, and I was so discouraged. But the students I took along me were encouraging me that, Madam, don't discourage yourself. Just try to put yourself in order. Look for one place to put your goods that you can be. So I'm so very happy by the grace of God.
Wife of Edo State Governor, Mrs. Betsy Obaseki, commended the organizers for a successful food fair.
We are proud. We are expecting to save your chest. Just take your time and sit down, Let the familiar slow your head together. You don't choke on your way home, Congratulations. So the money I got to use to buy food here now, I have to dash people.
Some farmers and commissioners said the Governor Godwin Obaseki administration has set a pace for others to follow even after he leaves office next year.
Yes, we have created an enabling environment for people to do their business in such a way and manner that they will be able to make return on their investment. And what Godwin Obaseki has done, that Mr. Governor has done in this regard, is to make sure we are able to do value addition.
This Alagodaro initiative, now really Alagodaro is bringing progress. Since I did here now, it's been fun. It not be like normally now we not get time to go market. As we come here now, the environment is clean, the environment is orderly. We get different kinds of things, from gari to oil to snail, you name it. Even processed food.
It's what we've been lacking. Some of us have been struggling, fighting that such a thing like this should come in place. But I'm happy as this government is winding down, they are bringing it up. It's what we should sustain. a parallel market to the regular market so that the citizens can benefit from producers.
We call for sustainability in this regard. There is one opportunity for Edo people, farmers to be precise, agricultural value chain producers to rely upon to showcase what they can do.
Pork meat is healthier than beef, even goat meat. So we advise that people should start consuming pork.
They have come to display their wares, being an opportunity for investors to come and invest in their local government.
Big kudos to our governor for allowing us to come and showcase the product we have.
Fruitful one is an avenue for we the farmers to showcase our product.
The food fair is one of the activities lined up to mark the 7th Alagodaro Summit, aimed at showcasing the achievements of the Obaseki-led government in Edo State. Mercy Adams reporting for BeeTv News.
I'm sure a lot of persons went home with those produce there. Now, still staying with food stores, the prices of foodstuffs have constantly been on the increase owing to the dollar-naira rate, and with the Yuletide season also drawing near, there are no indications at the moment that the prices of commodities will reduce in the nearest possible future. BeeTv News Ayodele Oluwatoyin spoke with some traders in this report.
Residents of Benin, consumers and traders alike, have lamented the astronomical increase of goods in the market, some saying it has reduced purchasing power of many residents and left others at loss. Traders have decried the price hike, with many of them saying the price of the dollar and the state of the economy are the factors mitigating against the hike in foodstuffs. Many traders who decry the hike in foodstuffs said approaching the Yuletide season has nothing to do with increments in prices of goods. One of them said purchasing goods in the market has become an Herculean task as the price of goods fluctuates constantly.
Not be Christmas at all. Since never even there for Christmas, not be Christmas at all. Like because of the dollar, that makes it go up.
I believe say the Christmas where they come now, price still there where it is. It has nothing to do with this.
Other traders lamented that despite the slight decrease of the dollar, the exorbitant price rate of goods has not been affected positively. They said that price of goods still remain the same. Food items on the increase are staple foods such as rice, garri, beans, amongst others.
No be dollars cost this one now. No be Christmas where they come cost them. It don't go up before Christmas come.
All this transportation now. Before they go bring her from there come, the price of motor, see they make things there. Because when driver go carry and come, road no good. He go stay 2 days for road. If he come, he go calculate and put for the food where he carry. For the thing we carry. So when the seller come calculate, I go see the price don't go up. That one na for local one here, local foods. Even like imported one, as a dollar the high nana, it still make food affect the foreign foods. Because anybody will buy things with the foreign money. If you come here now, you go sell and where you go free buy another one if it's finished. This is how I see them for things where they cost.
Dumas, who spoke with the BeeTv News crew, said that neither the dollar to naira rates and the approaching festive season are the causes of the price hike. Some stated that inflation and cost of transporting goods are some of the reasons for the price, while others noted that the unfavorable state of the economy has resulted in the hike of foodstuffs.
Who go market, go buy things, he use motor carry am. Maybe they carry am 3,000 before. Driver come sit us say, where dear oh, he can't add 3,000, John, I can't be 6,000, that is times 2. So as he carry a market come house, she go know how you take add money, John, and where the money go correct. So the price of fuel is too high.
Results of the transportation where they high, price of goods can't they high. No fit buy things in the market. Dollar still they high too, so it still cause the high cost of products in the market, and salaries are not being increased. Still where it is. That is why things are very costly in the market. Everywhere you buy today 10 naira, you go tomorrow to be 20 naira. The price of goods are no longer stable again in the country.
They called on the government to effect economic policies with consideration for the prevailing hardships of Nigerians, even as the festive season edges closer. Oyedola Oluwatoyin reporting for BeeTv News.
Now let's talk about yam. Yam is a carbohydrate food that is commonly seen and consumed around this part of the world. For some ethnic group in Nigeria like the Igbo, yam symbolizes prosperity and fertility. And the Oba of Benin, His Royal Majesty Ewuaye II, recently celebrated the Moro Festival, also known as the New Yam Festival. But what are the issues yam traders are facing currently in Benin? Is it still as cheap as it used to be? BeeTv News' Mercy Adams visited one of the biggest yam markets in Benin to get opinion from the traders about the difficulties or otherwise of what they are facing or experiencing in trading selling this commodity yam.
Yam are of different types and they are usually grown for their edible tumo. Yam can be eaten in various forms, which include roasted, fried, boiled, or even pounded. Some even use yam to make yam flour known as elubo or amala. Yam is supposed to be one of the most common food in every Nigerian household because of its affordability. But currently, due to the vast increase of the price, yam is now very expensive to purchase. Currently in Nigeria, this is the yam harvest season, which usually lasts from August to November. During this season, yam is supposed to be cheap and in abundance. After this season, yam is a little bit more expensive, but yam is an all-round year food in Nigeria. However, due to the current situation of the country, yam is still very expensive even though we are at the peak season of yam harvest. A visit to one of the biggest yam markets in Benin at Forestry Junction by Dancing Road, some of the traders shared with us the difficulties and challenges they are facing currently in buying and selling yams. They identified high cost of transportation due to the cost of diesel and bad road as their major challenges. They said coming into Benin from the different routes is very difficult, owing it to the bad road. Hence, drivers who risk driving through the routes fix any amount for them to pay.
Expense is too much. The load wey we buy now too dear, they not the price and rich money at all. Beg government make they reduce diesel for us. May we fit sell market. I beg our money don't short finish. Yeah, when they buy come for me for 120. They see the price now 120.
When we dey pass, no good. That's why we dey go Kwara. And Kwara market now not they let us sell. Make government beg, make it they help us repair bypass.
This is one of the biggest yam markets in Benin, located at Dancing, where both resellers and wholesalers buy from. But due to the bad road condition and the increment in price and diesel, the purchase of yam has reduced, but the price has increased. The marketers are calling on the government to please fix the Benin bypass road and, if possible, reduce the price in fuel and diesel. Mercy Adams reporting for BeeTv News.
There are many private businesses and entrepreneurs in Nigeria today that are struggling to survive and on the verge of withdrawing from the business. These establishments are in need of government aids to build their business and thus help the economy to grow. Respondents shared their thoughts with BeeTv News' Mercy Adams on this report.
Encouraging private businesses through government support yields numerous benefits. It fosters economic growth by creating job opportunities, stimulating innovation, and attracting foreign investment. Additionally, government assistance can enhance infrastructure, providing a conducive environment for businesses to thrive. This, in turn, contributes to increased productivity and competitiveness on the global stage. This can be done by offering tax incentives and reducing regulatory burdens. The government can further empower private enterprises, leading to a more dynamic and resilient economy. Reacting to this, some respondents who spoke with BeeTv News crew crew said the Nigerian economy is really going backwards and said if the government can put such works in place by empowering small-scale businesses, it will go a long way lifting the country's economy and helping many others to be financially stable.
Government can be able to do it, not to promise and fail. With all benefiting, rather than or us, the masses, we will benefit from them. Because what you are suffering in Nigeria today is because of the government. If government can be able to help the business people, that means they're actually helping us.
For example, now you give me money. I had the money join my home. You understand? I will not say this one like this. Look at where it is, 100 naira. But if you give me the money, I have the quantity I have. I will full it 100 naira.
If government fit do that thing for us, we go happy well. Not be only me as there, they give me those, still they help others. Because the thing hook everybody, not be one person.
Assuming the government did not give me that money, I will also my cash myself. Then charges will increase in hustling. But as the government has given me that money, at least I will pity the people that come and withdraw. Then at least I will reduce the charges, yes, for them.
While some said the government can use such money to lessen the burdens of the economy by working on the roads and reducing the price in fuel and gas, saying this can no longer be afforded by the common man, adding that majority of the problems Nigerians are facing is as a result of the increments in the price of the everyday needs of the people.
Half can like this now, 100 naira. Full can could be 150. You know why? Because things don't there now. For example, this soya milk now they buy the milk 7,000 naira now. Now it's 17,500 for the milk what they use and they do. Okay, tell me now if I buy 17,500, I come fuller. How can I gain the profit?
Government support for private businesses can stimulate economic growth by fostering innovation, creating jobs, and increasing overall productivity. It can also attract foreign investment, contributing to a more robust and competitive national economy. By offering tax breaks or credits, the government can lessen the financial burden on startups, freeing up more of their capital for growth-related activities. Oyedola Oluwatoyin, reporting for BeeTv News.
Many countries of the world today believe that Nigeria is a corrupt country due to the ways and manner things have been done over time when corrupt persons are arrested, prosecuted and sentenced to serve jail term, but in the end, same persons are given pardon. So what is corruption and who are those that are corrupt? Does corruption end at the doorsteps of those who are in the hands of affairs or any of the leaders? Can we say that you and I are corrupt persons? How can we address the issue of corruption in Nigeria? Well, this is the focus of our special report for today. Corruption runs through every level of the Nigerian government, from considerable contract fraud at the top through petty bribery, money laundering scheme, embezzlement, and seizing salaries from fake workers. It is estimated that corruption within the state apparatus costs the country billions of dollars annually. Corruption is an anti-social attitude awarding improper privileges contrary to legal and moral norms and impairs the authority's capability to secure the welfare of all citizens. Corruption in Nigeria is a constant phenomenon. In 2012, Nigeria was estimated to have lost over $400 billion to corruption since the country gained independence. Nigerian politicians find themselves in a strong position of power and wealth due to their connections with the oil and gas industries in Nigeria. These gas industries are under the control of the state-owned company, the NNPC Limited. Oil and gas exports account for over 90% of all Nigerian export revenues. While many politicians own or have shares in these industries, tax revenues from the energy sector are diminished and the benefits of Nigeria's energy wealth is not evenly distributed throughout the country, with Lagos State allegedly said to be benefiting more. Oil and gas revenues therefore account for the vast majority of the federal budget and the salaries of government officials. Vote ringing by political parties in election is widespread, and this is also termed as corruption. So, if we say those buying the votes are corrupt because they want to buy their way to power, what about those accepting the money? Are they not corrupt also? That's a food for thought. Corruption is endemic within government, Business arrangements and family loyalties dominate governmental appointments, paving the way for politicians, officials, and their business associates who together make up the ruling elite to ensure that they all become wealthy through behind-the-scenes agreements and the awarding of profitable contracts to favored supporters. In 2018, many government employees received annual salaries of over $1 million. What is the main cause of corruption in Nigeria? The government has made efforts to minimize corruption through the enactment of laws and the enforcement of integrity system, but with little success. Greed, extravagant lifestyles, customs, and people's attitudes are believed to have led to corruption. Another root cause is tribalism. So, the question is, who is a corrupt person?
Everybody's corrupt, everybody's corrupt. If you talk about corruption, but the corruption of the government is too obvious. The government should be having consciousness of the masses, so that anything you see that that it will be better to your people, do it. By tomorrow, by the time you leave the office, that is what they will be using to remind you.
Corruption obviously is in all facets of life. Corruption is not only those that steals from government coffers or purse, or whichever way you want to put it, or from the local government, or from state government or federal government. Corruption is maybe when you are given a duty to perform and you did not perform the duty. That is another level of corruption. Corruption is of different level.
Corruption is something that I like to define to be something that has eaten so deep into the fabric of the society. But somehow, corruption began from let me trace the word, from the household, from the house. Because when parents live a life that cannot actually show credibility to their children that are just coming up, it's a sign that they've already started corruption right from the home. And it's unfortunately from there the society is, corruption now built from the home to the society, to the larger society.
As far as Nigeria is concerned, every one of us is corrupt. You know why I say so? Every organization you will go to, one must be there to do the wrong thing. I can take an instance. I went to Secretariat, High Court, to go and do affidavit. While there, a well-dressed, good man was standing. He was like, "You want to swear affidavit?" I said, "Yes." He asked me, "Write your BVN on the paper." And at the end, he was like, 1-5. And I was having another document to sign. Why 1-5? I'm in the court and all that. He said, "I'm not ready, so I have to stand up from there. I have to go and make inquiry." So if you know the right thing, nobody will misuse you.
Corruption? As far as I'm concerned, I know corruption is the order of Nigeria's day. Our leaders are corrupt. That's first of all. Before you can adjust your house, yourself must be clean. If you are corrupt, your children must be corrupt. The head is corrupt. This is why all are corrupt. All, no one. From the president down to the councillors, they are all corrupt.
Corruption remains a priority concern to the Nigerian government and people. Corruption affects all aspects of public life. It continues to undermine the social, economic, and political development of the country and is a major obstacle to the achievement of the Sustainable Development Goal. A recent study showed that corruption in Nigeria could cost up to 37% of gross domestic product by 2030 if not dealt with immediately. This cost is equated to around $1,000 per person in 2014 and nearly $2,000 per person by 2030. Nigeria ranked 150 out of 180 countries in the Transparency International 2022 Corruption Perception Index. This ranking in the bottom 20% in the country survey shows how systematic and embedded corruption is in the country. It is the most serious developmental challenge to the nation. To address the rampant growth of corruption in Nigeria, the government at different times implemented several acts and laws while creating dedicated bodies to combat corrupt practices. Some of the acts enacted to combat corruption in Nigeria include the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended, the Money Laundering Prevention and Prohibition Act 2022, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission Establishment Act 2004, the Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Act 2000, the Criminal Code Act and Penal Code, while some of the established institutions for combating corrupt practices in Nigeria include the National Assembly, the Judiciary, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, the Independent Corrupt Practices Commission, the Code of Conduct Bureau and Code of Conduct Tribunal, and the police and other security agencies. What can be done to eradicate corruption from the system or even minimize it? Some respondents have this to say.
We shall start it by ourselves, by doing the right thing, not using every opportunity you have to make people of their finance just because you are there. And we in Nigeria, we want fast. We don't want to follow the due process, so we should start it from ourselves.
But I think that what we actually do is, when you and I start to deal with corruption from ourselves, then we'll be able to curb this corruption for the society. Because actually corruption is something that it will be difficult to fight, but I think by the grace of God, if we live a life of personal re-examination, then we'll be able to curb corruption.
The only way we can curb corruption is love. Love, which is preached in every aspect of life, even in every religion, whether Buddhism, Judaism, Christendom, Juju. If we can exhibit that love, I will not give to my fellow human being what will kill my fellow human being, and I will not kill my fellow human being. So that is the way we can curb corruption.
Then, if we need to end this corruption, we need to have one mind. When the government said, this is what we are going to do, let us stand by it, this is what we are going to do. And I believe those ones we also want, those people who are making the country to be worse, they will learn from there. And when somebody gets offended, let that person be persecuted of it. You will see the rest of people will pick from that place.
Will the head refuse corruption? Will the head refuse bribing? If the head refuses obtaining and bribing corruption will easily be addressed. The more we now give and accept, we cannot stop it.
It is noteworthy that the Constitution is the primary legal authority against corruption in Nigeria, and it sets out the principles of the rule of law and the administration of justice. The Constitution guarantees the right to a fair trial and the right to access justice. But many Nigerians believe that justice takes longer than necessary. The question then is, are you corrupt? Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News. An individual, of course, all of us have to answer that question. Are you a corrupt person? I leave that to you. Moving on, the Edo State Police Command has arrested 26 persons over alleged human trafficking and illegal immigration in the state. The State Police Command Public Relations Officer SP Chidi Wambuto in Amida Palace said the suspects were brought in by men of the Provisional Police Headquarters following complaints from neighbors who had suspected the group to be human trafficking syndicate. BeeTv News Oyedola Oluwatoyin has details.
While parading the suspects, the state police spokesman SP Chidi Nwabuzo noted that the suspects, who hail from the West African states of Cameroon, Burkina Faso and Togo, were brought in through the northern border of Nigeria through one Nnamdi James.
We have 16 male from Cameroon and 8 female from Cameroon, while we have one male from Burkina Faso and female from Burkina Faso. The storyline is this, that on the 9th of November 2023, at about 13:00 hours, the divisional police officer in charge of J2 Division, Edo State, received credible information that some persons were seen gathering in a certain compound. Immediately, the divisional police officer and his men stormed that place and arrested these male and female, numbering 26 persons.
The police public relations officer said those in the neighborhood where the syndicate operates have been living in fear, saying the command will continue to make the state unsafe for criminal elements.
They will be handing over to State Criminal Investigation Department for proper profiling and investigation. And after such a preliminary investigation, they will be handing over to the Nigerian Immigration Service.
In an interview with newsmen, the said Nnamdi James, who facilitated the migrants to Nigeria illegally, said he had initially brought in 6 of these persons for a contract work, after which 11 others joined them along with their girlfriends. He said the contract work varies, as it could include clearing of bushes and other media jobs, and had employed the help of these immigrants on the basis of friendship.
I want us to embark on a contract, and I cannot do it alone, so they are my team. 6 of them that came the very first time with me are my team. That I want them to embark on the caterpillar job I wanted to take care of. Why I'm working with them is because they were the ones that when I started learning my caterpillar job, they were my colleagues. So I cannot just go out there and pick someone that I don't know to handle the contract with me.
The immigrants declined any questions from newsmen due to supposed language barrier. No illegal items were recovered from the suspects. The police public relations officer said the suspects will be handed over to the Nigerian Immigration Service. Oyedola Oluwatoyin reporting for BeeTv News.
In recent times, the number of people leaving Nigeria to seek greener pasture, otherwise known as Japa, is increasing on a daily basis. But what if the sum of 20 million naira is given to you? Would you still remain in this country and invest? We saw the opinions of some Nigerians in this report. To say that the number of persons leaving Nigeria with the hope of settling down overseas is on the increase in recent times is stating the obvious. For instance, there were approximately 178,000 Nigerian nationals residing in the United Kingdom in 2021, a large increase from the 90,000 Nigerian nationals residing in the United Kingdom in 2008. The highest number of Nigerian nationals residing in the United Kingdom was the 178,000 recorded in the most recent year. The number of Nigerian immigrants residing in the United States is rapidly growing, expanding from a small 1980 population of 25,000. The 2019 America Community Survey estimated that 461,695 U.S. residents were of Nigerian origin. And then in Canada, over 70,000 people from Nigerian descent live, work, and study in Canada. The country offers great prospects for foreign nationals looking to start a new life abroad. Relocating family abroad can be a challenging and overwhelming process. This is just to mention but a few. However, Nigerians are eager to move out of this country, perhaps because of the economic hardship. We went to town to ask Nigerians if they would prefer to stay and invest in the country if they were empowered with the sum of 20 million naira. Some respondents believe that with the country economic situation, 20 million naira cannot set up any business in the country, and that with the 20 million naira, they will still leave Nigeria for other countries.
Because the 20 million, where you use the reason like that, say, now one can huge amount of money. When you consider and take them into pure contest, you go see say that money self, you not even get value self, proper value. In the sense that say, if you even say you want to invest that 20 million, if you not get proper knowledge for investment, that money will be like waste for this side. It will be like waste. So the best is now for me, for my own personal view, the best now for me to just Japa, go start life for that side. Definitely I'll still come back to Nigeria at normal level.
For Nigeria, no. What I go do for Nigeria with that money? You go finish now. Not be like. But if I go another country, I know say I go benefit. That money go do. I go run and sharp. You go there ethically. That's why. I go leave Nigeria. Not be like. If I get that money, I go leave Nigeria. I'm serious.
20 million is nothing in Nigeria, but I believe in the Western world. Talking about the health and the welfare of my children's mentality, I prefer to Japa. So to be frank, 20 million. If it's an access route for me to Japa and make a better life, my brother, and to Japa.
Other respondents said with 20 million naira, no need of leaving the country, that they will invest the money in Nigeria because they believe that Nigeria will get better one day and Nigeria has all it takes.
20 million. As a Nigerian, that 20 million naira will go a long way. Instead of going outside country to go and invest there, here is my country. I better invest in this place.
Because going there, what's the purpose of going there without 20 million? What will I meet there too? So if I use the 20 million to invest in this Nigeria there with good business, it will yield many profits. I'm going there to look for money. So if I already have the money here, what am I trying for? So 20 million will be able for me to stand here and make business to yield a good profit for me.
So it's not about going there. It's all about understanding where you are going to. Because sometimes we might think that the one at home is not better than the one over there. But by the time you get over there, you find out that what you have at home is far, far better than what is over there. So it depends.
With 20 million, I will not travel out because I have my reasons. See, Africa as a whole and even Nigeria in particular has a lot of potentials and a lot of business opportunities here, which you may not really have that opportunity when you travel out. It's really good. So I'll use that 20 million naira to establish ventures, because I believe that, of course, there are a lot of opportunities here in Nigeria and there are a lot of ventures that I know that can thrive in this country. So it has a lot of business opportunities. That mindset that this country is going to be better for us, definitely it is going to be, because the change has to start with you and me.
Agreed that the life overseas may appear to be rosy than here in Nigeria, but the fact is there is no place like home. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News. Nigeria is blessed with numerous natural resources, including the mighty river, Niger River, or River Niger as it were, which is the longest river in the country. But where is this popular River Niger located? It's a popular river, agreed, but where is it located? Well, BeeTv News Regina Daniel filed in this historical but comic report.
The Niger River is more than just a source of water for local communities. It is a vital artery that has supported the lives and livelihoods of people in the region for thousands of years. This comic will take you on a journey to discover the natural beauty and ecological significance of River Niger. We will explore the history, culture, and natural wonder that this incredible waterway holds. The River Niger is the main river of West Africa, extending about 4,180 kilometers. Its drainage basin is 2,107,700 kilometers. Its source is in the Guinea Highland in southeastern Guinea near the Sierra Leone borders. It runs in a crescent shape through Mali, Niger, on the border with Benin, and then through Nigeria, discharging through a massive delta known as the Delta River or the Oil River into the Gulf of Guinea and the Atlantic Ocean. The Niger is the third largest river in Africa, exceeding by the Nile and the Congo River. Its main tributary is the Benin River. The River Niger has played a significant role in the history of West Africa. It served as a major trade route for the Trans-Sahara Trade Network connecting West Africa in Anambra State with North Africa and the Mediterranean world. The river was also an essential factor in the growth of the ancient empire of Mali and Sogalia. During the colonial period, the River Niger was used by European explorers and traders to penetrate the interiors of West Africa. The River Niger originates in the Fount Dagalo Plateau in Guinea, where its two main tributaries, the Beni and the Molo rivers, converge. From there, it flows northward through Mali, Niger, and Benin before emptying into the Gulf of Guinea. We went to town to find out the public knowledge of this historical river.
River Niger? Yes. I don't know. Niger. It's Lokoja. Yes. Abuja.
Niger, yes. Should I say Anambra?
River Niger? Yes. Should be somewhere east.
Anambra now. Kano. Here is located in between Anambra and the Delta.
Anambra State. Man, I know show for TV. Man, I know ask me.
Benin. Anambra State now.
River Niger from Fatland Island from Sierra Leone. From Sierra Leone, he crossed almost 4 countries to Nigeria. And Niger display attraction in Onitsha, in Anambra State. From there, he flowed to Atlantic Ocean in Niger Delta. That's where River Niger is working. Then in the middle belt, Lokoja, that's half V there, River Benin and River Niger. Then down to east, in Onitsha, that's a display class attraction. Then flow into the coast in Niger Delta.
For those who don't know, we hope we have been able to educate you.
After asking a couple of Nigerians, I am shocked and surprised that most people actually know where River Niger is located, and the answer is Anambra State. Regina Ojomo reporting for BeeTv News.
Some political matters. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) official supervisory presiding officers adopted on the eve of the governorship election has regained his freedom. The head of Department Voter Education Publicity INEC Bayelsa, Mr. Wilfred Ifoga, made this known in a statement made available to newsmen on Saturday. Ifoga concerned and contributed towards the release of the INEC official, said the officer is doing very well. Meanwhile, Dino Milaye has called for the cancellation of Kogi State governorship election. The governorship candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Senator Dino Milaye, has demanded the cancellation of the election in 5 local government areas of Kogi State. According to Milaye, the affected local government areas are Okene, Okehi, Ajakuta, Adavi, and Ogoro/Magogo. He wrote on his X, that is former Twitter account, that INEC must cancel the election in the 5 local governments of Kogi Central. The election in Okene, according to him, and the other areas are camped, coordinated from the highest level of INEC. Some of these candidates in the states have been reacting after casting their ballot, including the former president of Nigeria, former president of Nigeria, Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, also reacted after voting earlier today. Let's listen to that.
We thank God for this day. From what we are seeing, it is clear that we are the one. I am the one that have the majority. But the report I'm getting from Okene, Okehi, Adavi, we are very forwarded to Abuja. We are seeing they have not seen the original result sheet in Okene, Okehi, and Adavi. And I hope the INEC chairman is updated with this, because there is no way they will do. We are going to an election. The original result sheet is not there. That's not the guidelines.
Party members, most of whom have been excluded. Our agents have been stopped from going into Nembe, and so that's a very serious concern. Our party has written an official letter to the chairman of INEC. And INEC has to take drastic actions to ensure that our people are allowed to go in there to vote. In any case, what we call for is a free, fair process where the beavers should be used, just as I have done here today. So,
well, I just observed that the voters on the queue appear to be very enthusiastic. And you could see the kind of joy that they're expressing. And the conduct has been very orderly. You can see the queue is very straight, and there is no interference. They have not seen anything that is suggesting that there will be any likelihood of disorganization.
I have great hopes for our democracy. I believe that Mr. President intends to give us a free and fair election. Yeah, at first they were feeling threatened by the unusual, security movement, presence of armored personnel carriers and so on, moving everywhere. A number of soldiers. I've never seen such number of soldiers and policemen before in our vicinity. So, but we've tried to reassure them that they're here for their own protection. They're here to protect the process.
That was done on good time. And I also want to commend the security agencies that they were, in fact, I would say we are suffocated with security. I would say that security is oversubscribed for the election. There was adequate security across board. And I think the security agencies so far have done brilliantly well.
Thank you so much. First, let me congratulate the 3 states that have elections today: Bayelsa State, Imo State, and Kogi State, and which all these states successful elections, peaceful conduct of elections. But basically, because this is an off-season election, and I get worried about the issue of off-season elections. And I will use this unique opportunity to plead with the National Assembly that we need to block these off-season elections. It's very odd, it's not a global best practice A country can can elect their people at different times, like America, some countries. Not everybody at the same time. But any time they go on to conduct their election, they elect everybody that's supposed to be elected. If we continue with this trend of off-season elections, based on the interpretation of our laws by the judicial officer, it will come to a time that the presidential election in Nigeria may be off-season. Probably that's the time that all of you media people and others should be worried. Look at the American system. Everybody knows when the American elections will be conducted. That's standard practice in other countries. And when I say presidential election in Nigeria may be off-season one day, some people may say, why, how? It almost happened in 2007 that I contested as a running mate to late.
Member representing Owedo Federal Constituency, Honorable Engineer Sosa Yawe, organized a maiden edition of football tournament for youth across the 12 wards of Owedo. Details of this and more when we come back. Stay with us.
Celebration of life. The family of Dekeri of Ogute Okeokwila in Isako East local government area of Edo State announced the transition of their father, grand and great-grandfather, Chief James Sunday Dekeri, aged 90. He is survived by 9 wives, 35 children, many grand and great-grandchildren. Their arrangement 15th November 2023 at 4 p.m. Service of songs at his residence in Okugbe Okwila. 16th November 2023 at 10 a.m. Body departs Notre Dame Mortuary, Afawa Ozaire, to his hometown, Ogute Okeokwila, for lying in state. 17 November 2023 at 11 a.m. Interment and reception at Anamero Idofe Foundation Headquarters, Ogute Okwila. Signed, Honorable Anamero Dekeri, aka Danko, Member House of Representatives, representing Isako Federal Constituency for the family.
Thanks very much for staying with us. The member representing Owedo Federal Constituency in the 10th Assembly, Honorable Engineer Sosa Yawe, says we continue to empower the youth as a way of encouraging them to deviate their minds from social vices. The federal legislator stated this during the official opening of the maiden edition of the Sosa Yawe football competition for youth of Owedo Federal Constituency. The report.
Seems to have won possession of the ball, yes. He puts that man, but he has lost possession.
The Honorable Sosa Yawe Football Tournament and Empowerment Program, courtesy of the member representing Owedo constituency, Honorable Engineer Sosa Yawe, has commenced in Benin City, the Edo State capital. The competition opened with a match between Grace FC and Iyawari FC, which was very exciting as both teams trade circles at the University of Benin Sports Complex in Benin City. After the normal regulation time, Grace FC defeated their opponent with 2-0. Speaking after the match, the captain and coaches of both teams expressed deep appreciation to the federal lawmaker and member representing Owedo Federal Constituency, Honorable Engineer Sosa Yawe, for organizing the program, saying it has further exposed them to discover talent.
It's a good experience for them. It has exposed them a lot. They have seen a lot with the match, with the tournament. So we thank the Honorable Yawe for organizing a tournament like this. Apart from maybe the star prize, one of the reasons why we go into the tournament like this is to expose the players and help them develop proper in their game. So he gave us opportunity to do that. So it's a good one for us.
This tournament has given us another opportunity to at least showcase ourselves, bring ourselves out to the world. Though we ain't having a fair game today, but at least it was something. It is really worth it. And I also want to thank the sponsors and the organizers of the tournament that they've done a very, very great job.
I feel excited about the game. The officiating was okay. The game was balanced. My team, I want to say kudos to my team, to the organizers of the tournament. I give them a job well done. And I want to thank God for an injury-free game. And I want to commend the coaches.
Very fantastic tournament like this to encourage our youth and other people. I'm really thanking him and also telling every one of us we should encourage him in our little ways that we can encourage him.
The organizer and member representing Owedo Federal Constituency, Honorable Engineer Sosa Yawe, said the competition was part of his electoral promise to the people of Owedo, saying that it will help to discover talent. He said prizes will be presented to winners at the end of the competition.
This is going to be an annual event, and being the first edition, I know there is room for improvement. We hope to get players on a yearly basis to play for international football teams And because once they get empowered with play for Nigerian football teams, they can feed their family and again help people in their own communities and in Oredo.
The chairman organizing committee of the Honorable Esosa Iyawe football tournament, Comrade Innocent Owolo, said the tournament will be done on an annual basis and that Honorable Esosa Iyawe is fulfilling his promise to the people of Oedo Federal Constituency as the teams are drawn from the 12 wards of Oedo.
You can check from the antecedent that it is ready to work for the people of Oedo, and that shows that he means his business. That shows that he's not the way we categorize and call them politicians. It's a grassroots and he means well for the youth. And on this very tournament, by his grace, the youth, whoever that comes out, champions, we will be very happy. And at the same time, those that will be hunt also have become a breadwinner to their family.
The Honorable Esosa Iyawe football tournament is expected to climax on December 9, 2023. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News. And now to the foreign news. French President Emmanuel Macron has said Israel must stop killing babies and women in Gaza. In an exclusive interview, he said there was no justification for the bombing, saying a ceasefire must benefit or would benefit Israel. He said that France clearly condemns the terrorist actions of Hamas. France, like Israel, the US, the UK, and other Western nations condemn Hamas and consider them as a terrorist organization. Let's now join Rebecca Goffey for more on the global scene.
Ukraine's capital, Kyiv, faced its first Russian air attack in 52 days, as confirmed by city officials. Mayor Vitaly Klitschko shared on Telegram that strong explosions were heard and early indications suggest that air defense systems intercepted the missiles. Residents have been directed to seek refuge in air raid shelters, and there are no immediate reports of casualties. Additionally, Odessa, located about 275 miles from Kyiv, experienced at least 2 missile attacks, resulting in 3 injuries and the hospitalization of a 96-year-old woman in stable condition. Meanwhile, the Metropolitan Police anticipates a challenging situation in London as a large pro-Palestinian demonstration aligns with Armistice Day. Hundreds of thousands are expected to join the march calling for a Gaza ceasefire. Concerns about clashes with far-right groups prompted the establishment of an exclusion zone around the cenotaph. The Prime Minister criticized the timing, calling it disrespectful, and urged peaceful participation during the Sacred Remembrance Weekend, emphasizing shared British values and solemn reflection. Finally, a surgeon from Gaza's largest hospital, Al-Shifa, reveals critical shortages of water, food, and electricity. The intensive care unit has been impacted, and 3 other major Gaza hospitals are on the front line of Israel's ground invasion. The Israeli military, acknowledging intense fighting in the area, has previously accused Hamas of using tunnels under the medical facility, a claim Hamas denies. President Macron urges Israel to cease civilian deaths in Gaza, but the Israeli Prime Minister says leaders should condemn Hamas and not Israel. And that's it on the Global News segment for tonight. Thanks very much for watching. I am Rebecca Goffey.
Thank you, Rebecca. Now to entertainment. In the world of entertainment, stage names often take center stage, masking the birth names of musicians. Fans might be surprised to discover that their favorite artists have a different name on their birth certificate. The revelation can be a means of excitement and also sadness in some cases, or maybe surprised. Well, do you know the name of your favorite artist or musician? Let's join Mercy Adams to tell us more on this report.
In the dazzling world of music, fans often found themselves enchanted by the artistry of their favorite celebrities. Yet, behind the mesmerizing performances and chart-topping hit lines, a mystery, the true identity concealed by a stage name, many music enthusiasts are blissfully unaware that the name they passionately cheer at concerts or proudly display on their playlist are not the names on their birth certificate, but a carefully crafted alias. The allure of a fictitious name that adds an extra layer of mystique. BeeTv news crew went to the town to see how many fans really know the real name of their favorite musicians, and shockingly, many do not know their names. Reacting to this, some who spoke with BeeTv news crew said for them it is all about their music, and the name they bear on stage might be sweeter than their real names when pronouncing it.
Just have to pick one person you know you would never miss their concert. Who would it be?
Now Maleo.
Okay, so here is one simple question. Can you tell us Omale's full name?
EJ, I don't know. I don't know.
Burna Boy. Burna Boy. Okay, can you tell us Burna Boy's full name?
I don't know. Charlie Poppy.
Man, don't you like Charlie Poppy?
Because I love his song. He sings very nice. I don't really know, but I know that the name is Charlie Poppy.
Davido.
So tell us Davido's full name.
I don't really know his full name.
Others said what counts is to remember the song whenever they hear it, while others vowed to learn the name of their favorite music artist.
Burna Boy. I don't forget to. I don't forget.
Davido. David. Otedola.
I'm sorry for who won't be my matter. Sorry. I know only you, man. So make nobody para. Say I carry you, man. She na my way for carry. Say I don't wanna tell, say I be pastor. If you know.
In the end, whether the artist's real name remains a well-gathered secret or eventually emerges the spotlight, the mystery surrounding the identity adds an intriguing dimension to the bond between the music lover and their beloved artist.
I'm unavailable. They know they see me. You go bow for the result. Nothing to discuss.
The stage name becomes not just a label, but a key to a hidden world, inviting fans to explore the depth of musical identity and the captivating journey that unfolds beyond the spotlight. Mercy Adams reporting for BeeTv News.
And with that beautiful entertainment report, we call it a wrap on our Saturday Special News Bulletin. My name is Best Orator Jehovah's Willing. I'll see you again on Monday. Good night.